The Punch Club Chaos is about to go to another level. This is the sequel to my 100 days video, check that out first if you haven't already. But we're in for a tale of love, loss, and Russia. A heck of a lot of Russia for some reason. How far can I progress in my boxing career? And what will it take to track down my father's killer? Welcome to 200 Days of Punch Club. On day 101, I did what I do best. That's right, I slapped that ball. When I ran out of energy, I slammed down some energy drinks and continued training into day 102. And I managed to get my agility all the way up to 10.
That's the highest my agility's ever been. That feels pretty good. Alright, come on. What? I'm fighting Salvador Punches. What are you doing here, Punches? I thought I was fighting the big fella. If I'm using too much energy, I think I switched to flip kick because it's so cheap.
I'd been expecting to fight the king of the rookie league, Mr. Kekuse, but I'll punch a Punches, no problem. The first round went my way, though I was feeling a little worried about my energy levels by the end of it.
Yeah, we're going to take out Cutthroat because it costs 5 energy. We're going to sub in flip kick because it only uses 3.
I took him out in the second round, earning a juicy 10 skill points.
I trained so hard for that, and it was just flaming Punches. Punches is easy. Maybe both kicks is a better option because I do have the plus kick damage.
I did indeed have a perk that increases the damage of kick attacks, and it certainly seemed to be effective, piling the hurt onto Silver as I sparred him to earn another 3 skill points.
There we go. We get another skill point. What are we doing here?
I picked up Agility Focus, which grants an additional skill slot in fights, and with that, I'd unlocked all 5 skill slots. I headed to Casey's Cafe and asked about the special pizza, which took me back to the sewers to take on Teenage Mutant Ninja Croc, Mark. I used my extra skill slot to make Rain of Strikes active, causing my opponent's blocking to be 25% less effective, and then I just prayed the mutant didn't hit me too hard with his big stick. The fight was actually going pretty well, but then this happened.
Oh no, he got a 43 combo? What the heck?
But that is the way it goes sometimes. No matter how well you prepare, there's always RNG to humble you.
If I get a bit more lucky, I can take him on. That was very close.
I bought some pizza from Casey to top up my health and fill my belly. I did a shift as an enforcer for Big Bobo, collecting protection money from the local businesses. Have I mentioned this is the best job ever? And I headed to Apu's to fill my fridge.
I'm gonna resist doing the ultimate fight because I don't want to get injured. I'm gonna train like crazy.
After defeating Punches, my next fight was actually going to be Mr. Kekuse. So I was fully locked in, preparing to defeat the master himself. When I got hungry late on day 103, I wandered out to grab a snack, only to find the weird briefcase was shining green once again.
Okay, something's going on Roy's house.
And so the Dark Fist wandered forth to administer justice.
Roy, my friend, I am the Dark Fist. Somebody needs my help. Where'd your car go, mate?
Someone had stolen Roy's car, even though it has no engine, which honestly, you've got to respect.
They must be really strong. They rolled it out of here and left the handbrake on. Let me guess, they had animal masks?
Yes, indeed. The same criminals in animal masks had targeted my guy, Roy. And it was time for the Dark Fist to get down to business. The magical briefcase informed me that I should look atop this tall building in town, so that's where I went. Mickey was there, and he'd found something for me.
One of those animal guys dropped this note. They're gonna blow up the bridge?
The vagabonds in animal masks were indeed intent on destroying the bridge with the laser they'd stolen from the scientists, and it was up to me to stop them.
Give the laser and the cat food and the boxes, the dogs, Roy's car, give it all back. Alright, Rhino man. Rock Bop. Rock Bop has high defense against kicks.
So I subbed in a punch attack.
Anger Train. Every blocked attack gives you additional damage in your next phase. Okay, so this guy's just a block machine.
The fight began, and it was actually a relatively even round 1, though my inferior health pool was a bit concerning. It came down to the success of my dodges, and it was also an energy battle. A battle I sadly lost as I suffered the first knockdown.
Yeah, this guy's an absolute beast.
I somehow survived all the way into the 4th round, but then it was all over. Rock Bop was simply too much of a brick wall for me to handle. I vowed to return and vanquish the rhinoceros, but for now I ate and drank energy tonic before getting back to training. I managed to get my stamina up to 6, and I tried to get my agility up to 11, but didn't quite get there in time. So I entered the fight against Mr. Kekuse with 3 strength, 10 agility, and 6 stamina.
He has kick denier as well? Oh no.
I was still hitting for 10 or 11 with my kicks, so it wasn't so bad after all. And in round 2, I actually dealt significantly more damage to him than he did to me. I wasn't looking great on energy levels though.
Can I win? Please. Please. Do something! I hate it when you just stand there and just take 5 punches and not do anything. I'm gonna run out of energy. Get a kick in. Come on, one big spurt of kicks. Nope. Oh. 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 Don't knock me over. No, game over. 9 health. Oh! Yes! Yes! 13 skill points. Holy crap. The champion. I'm the champion. I can't believe it. What happens now? I am rank 1. Yes!
I sparred Silver to earn my 3 skill points, and it was time to visit Mick. He congratulated me on my efforts, and told me I was now able to join the playoffs. The days of the Rookie League were behind me, and the quarterfinal fight against Bill Davis was scheduled 2 days hence.
Bill Davis is absolutely huge. He's got an agility build too. Oh, good lord. How am I ever gonna win? It seems impossible.
I put in an honest shift working for Bobo. I refilled my fridge even though it was already pretty full. And I was gonna need all the skill points I could get my hands on, so I hit up Big Roy for a spar. I trained through into day 107, managing to get my agility up to 11, and it was time to take on my first fight in the playoffs.
I'll get rid of my block penetration because he doesn't block. Got a similar build to me, but better stats. That's a good start. That's a very good start. Why is my start so good? Holy crap. Bro, I'm smoking this guy.
I had an absolutely outrageous first round. I was popping off, but it was too good to be true. In the second round, I ran out of energy and suffered 3 knockdowns, and in round 3, it was all over. And it seemed like it was going to be quite a mission to make my way through these playoffs.
Playoff ended. I didn't even win a single fight.
Mick told me he could sign me up for the playoffs again in 3 days' time, so...
That means I can't really do much.
I can always deliver pizzas and fight Rock Bop again, at least. I had better stats than the last time I took on the Rhino, but I wasn't getting my hopes up. Playing on hardcore means your opponent's stats scale to your own stats, so it's kind of impossible to simply run over opponents. Strategy and good old-fashioned luck are the key factors. This fight on the bridge was incredibly even. Here we are in the 4th round, health is pretty close, energy is pretty close, it could go either way. I thought I would have lost by now, so I couldn't believe it.
If I can just pop off right now. Get a knockdown, please. Get a knockdown. How did I not get a knockdown just then? I might actually do this. Don't fumble the bag. He got a knockdown on me. My children are losing their minds. I beat him! Yes! I only got 3 skill points. That's outrageous. I can't keep this laser at home, but hide it on the roof.
I tried to tell the doc I'd gotten his laser back, but it didn't let me tell him. And when I returned home, I found this note reading, "Give the laser back or your cat will die." I saved and quit at this point, and when I next played, I clicked on the green suitcase, which took me back to the rooftop, but there was nothing here. So I wasn't sure what was going on with that. Surely I needed to save my cat Fluffy, but I didn't know how to. I assumed the quest would resume later somehow. All that was left to do was to take on the Ultimate League fights in the warehouse, so I maintained my stats with a little training and found myself in the ring against Trevor. He had a strength build, but I was up to the task of dodging most of his attacks, and he ran low on energy way before me, so I took the win in round 2, earning $40, 2 skill points, and 15 league points. Sparring Silver pushed me up to 26 skill points, allowing me to pick up a new skill, so I grabbed Rice Eater 3, increasing my agility training speed by a further 15%. I worked, restocked the fridge, snoozed, and worked some more. I sparred with Silver again for the steady accumulation of skill points. I signed up for the playoffs again, as I'd managed to while away 3 days working and training. I sparred with Silver yet again. This was about the 20th time this poor bloke had hit the canvas thanks to me. It's kind of him to always be up for a spar, even though he always loses. And I earned some more money doing philanthropic work for Bobo. Day 113 rolled around, but I sadly failed to maintain my stamina at 6, so I entered this playoff fight with worse stats than the last time, which is a bit of a fail. I think I'd spent too much time working and not enough time training. I was versing Draxon this time, but his extra agility means his strikes were more accurate, and his dodges were more successful than mine. And you can guess how that played out. I lost both health and energy faster than he did, and he won. I went back to work for some reason. I don't think I really needed more money. I was probably just depressed, and wanted to do physical labor to let my anger out. And then I took on the Ultimate Fight League. I only had a score of 75 out of 300 in this league, and yet Punk with the pink mohawk had huge stats. I really shouldn't have picked hardcore, though as it turned out, I was up to the challenge, because the beefcake struggled to land hits on me, and he ran out of energy, so I scored a knockdown.
Oh, as soon as he hits me though.
As soon as he hit me, it became clear why Punk shouldn't be taken lightly. And in round 3, he was so close to running out of energy, but somehow I didn't land a knockdown, and I suffered some more hits to the head.
Dodge, dude. What are you doing? Holy crap. On what the? What? What? Are you serious? Get a knockdown. Oh, you are lucky. I was about to rage.
As you can tell, I was getting sick of being such a loser, but at least I defeated the pink-haired idiot. I sparred Silver, had a snooze, worked some more, sparred Silver again, you know how it goes. And you might think I should have been training more and working less, and you're probably right. My fridge was pretty full, so I didn't really need money, but I figured I should fully kit out my garage, so I saved up and bought the old bench, which exclusively trains strength. I literally did not need to train strength, so this was kind of pointless, but I guess I really wanted a complete home gym. Anyway, I then jumped into an ultimate fight fight against Louis. Louis was a slight fella, but don't let that fool you, he had heaps of stamina. Though ironically, Louis was the one with energy problems in this fight. And just as well, because even though I managed a few knockdowns, it was extremely close.
So close. Knock him over. Oh, so clutch.
And with that, I'd finally made it to the yellow zone of the Ultimate Fight League. And this bloke had something to tell me.
This league and all its fighters are the property of the Don.
And the Don wanted to speak to me. He told me of the exact same big fight, for which I required my professional boxing card. But he offered an alternate way for me to get into that fight. I could work for him.
Maybe I should work for you, it could be entertaining.
But before he'd let me work for him, I needed to complete his Ultimate League. So I still had about 200 points to earn. So now I had two paths forward, and I had to choose one. Win the playoffs and get my professional card, or win the Ultimate League and work for the Mafia. Both options would lead me towards finding answers about who killed my father, and the location of the magical medallion. Theoretically, I was way closer to getting my pro card than I was to completing the Ultimate League, but I was up for anything. Day 120 soon rolled around and it was time for another Ultimate League fight.
This is risky, I'm in the yellow zone now. What? Why are there two dudes? Mr. Black Suit, and who's his friend? What's going on here?
It turns out, once you get into the yellow zone of the Ultimate Fight League, you have to fight two nerds at once. And let me tell you a sad story of a sad boxer trying to make his way in a sad world. I couldn't even beat one of the nerds, let alone both.
Oh, I still got 2 skill points, that's not bad. I didn't get injured.
The fact that I didn't get injured was a huge relief, and at least there's always silver to spar with, ensuring I slowly gained skill points. The cost of new skills had capped at 25 by this point, so I was able to afford another. I picked up Controlled Fury, which gives you 30% extra agility when your health falls below 30%. By the way, skill points were very slow to earn by this point, so it was actually really hard to improve my fighting capability. Obviously training helped, but since it was hardcore and opponents scaled to match my stats, I really needed skill unlocks to power up. Also, I have no idea if my skill build was even good. Probably not, since I was quite a loser.
Let's give the playoffs another go. Have I got any chance against you, Draxon? I need to win some of these fights. Okay, maybe am I doing it? My stamina though. It's always a stamina game. Done a lot of damage though.
So that was a good round one, but...
That's so sad.
And with no energy, I obviously couldn't use any attacks, so I just stood there like a dingus, accepting my fate. 3 times in a row, I'd failed in the quarterfinals of the playoffs. Oh dear. Now that the Don wanted me to work for him, I could no longer work for Bobo, so that was sad.
I just gotta send it for the ultimate fights. I gotta fight 2 dudes! I'm screwed. Do I actually have to fight 2 dudes? How do I ever win? What? How? How do I ever win against 2 guys? Why did I play on hardcore? Why did I do it?
I at least nearly beat the first guy this time, so that's pretty respectable.
I didn't get an injury. I feel like I'm not getting injuries anymore from that. That's something.
All I could do now is slowly grind out skill point accumulation and hope that once I unlocked some more skills I wouldn't suck so much. And of course maintain a good rhythm of working, eating, sleeping, and training. But it was a grind just to maintain my stats, let alone increase them.
Alright, we're gonna try the ultimate fight again. Surely I can beat Lenny Moscovitsus. Come on, bro, let's go.
I'd made one change to my skill lineup. I'd previously been using Cutthroat, a punch that applied an energy debuff, but I decided to get rid of it because it cost a decent chunk of energy, and I hoped my build would now be less likely to suffer knockdowns.
Okay, I'm winning the energy game for once. Okay, my strategy may be working.
Yes, indeed. I actually managed to bash up this random bald guy. Sadly, he had a mate named Curtis.
But I'm on half health. Come on. Got it set at ×4. It's like screaming along. Okay, he's already out of energy. Knock him down. Again. Taking that punch out of the rotation has worked wonders for my stamina. I beat 2 dudes at once. Yes! Oh, actually $150? That is very helpful. Okay, there is hope for me. There's hope for me.
I don't know if it was the change in strategy or a pure fluke, but I was certainly feeling like less of a loser. And I'd earned 7 skill points and $150 for that win, which was huge. And it was time for yet another attempt in the quarterfinals of the playoffs. Can I win a fight in the playoffs against Bill Wilson? Okay, so we're not using Cutthroat because it just costs too much energy. Although it costs a lot less now that I don't have 3 strength, but still. Alright, we'll see how we go. Okay, that's a good start. Oh, he's gassing me out. Yes. Come on, we want to knock down in the first round. Please, please. Get him down. I didn't get a knockdown. He was on like 2 energy for 5 hours. I need a knockdown. I need a knockdown in this round. Okay, good. One more. Yes! Yes! I I didn't get any points. I'd finally made some progress in the playoffs. Miracle of miracles.
If I lose this, I'm still gonna get 5 skill points and $50. If I win this, well, hopefully we can win because 20 would be nuts.
Reinvigorated by my recent success, I was motivated to train harder than ever. And since I'd won $150 from that ultimate fight, I had less pressure to work and therefore more time to train. Great news. And so I managed to push my stamina up to 7 in time for the next ultimate fight against Dewey.
I'm playing the energy game. I'm playing the energy game. Oh, he's getting some good hits on me. Another knockdown? Okay, good. Another knockdown?
So I guess it wasn't a fluke, because once again, here I am pulling out another solid win. Who knew switching out one skill would have such an enormous impact?
He's a bit of a meathead. We can deal with a meathead.
Yes, indeed, I was up to the challenge of old mate Pinky, as I seem to just keep winning the energy battle against all these opponents.
Oh, come on.
Knock him down, dude!
Okay, it's fine. He's not doing any attacks because he has no stamina. Alright, bro. I'm popping off suddenly. 150. I'm actually making money just from fighting. It's beautiful. This is beautiful to behold.
I'd finally accrued enough points for another skill, so I picked up fast reaction.
I'm going to use slightly more energy dodging, but I'm going to take less damage overall. And potentially deal more damage because some of my dodges deal thorns damage.
I restocked the fridge with my winnings, slapped silver in the head, and trained in preparation for my semi-final fight in the playoffs.
So many dudes with mohawks for some reason. He's got block, so that's good. We got the block pierce. Now my dodge should be higher. He's gotten 2 big hits on me already, but he's already gassed out. 2 knockdowns in the first round. Yeah. Knockdown, knockdown. Where is it? There it is. Maybe I should slow down the speed because it just moves so fast. We're through to the finals, baby. Even if I lose, I'm going to get $100 and 10 skill points. Yeah, and I just don't need to work now because I'm making money from the fights that I'm winning.
Yes, indeed. I was finally in the groove, proving myself in the ring, training up a storm. By the time the next Ultimate Fight Day rolled around, I was rocking 11 agility and 7 stamina.
Let's go. I'll fight 2 of you. So many dodges. Let's slow it down because times 4 is absolutely crazy. Oh, I'm not far enough ahead on the energy. This is not looking good. Okay, that was better. Alright, well. We had a better second round. Knock him down again, please. Good. I think we're okay. We're looking good for energy. That guy had really good energy the first one. Alright, we got this. We got this. Suddenly I'm just not losing. What's going on?
I was on a hot streak, but how long would it last?
We're into the final. Nick Dartius. You get a bone breaker. Decreases my agility. Oh, that's not good. I just need to dodge a lot. Alright, go to times 2, go to times 2. Slow down. Okay. Oh, that's a good start. An insanely good start. Holy... Is this... That happened before I could blink. Get a knockdown in the first round. Okay. We got this easy. 2 knockdowns in the first round. Get him... Knock him down again. Don't let him hit you, man. He does so much damage. Okay, good. Yeah. Yes! His hit chance was just so low. I had 83% success on my dodge. I won the league. 20 points and $200. It's time to praise our new champion. Woo! Oh, no time for praising. I still have to look for the medallion. Okay, we got the professional multi-card.
I picked up Slave of the Wind, which caps my strength and stamina at 9, but allows me to continue deeper in the agility skill tree. And I paid a visit to the Don.
I want to participate in the big fight.
I had my pro card now, so the Don was willing to let me participate, but...
Unfortunately, you've broken your leg on the way home. What? Roy... What? What? Why?
Fortunately, my best mate Roy Jackson was willing to fight on my behalf.
Roy Jackson's gonna get eaten by that guy. Invasive? He was unstoppable. Lie still, bro. Don't die. Roy died? What the heck? Ivan took the medal to Russia? I've got to fly to Russia? What the heck is going on? The game just suddenly flew me to Russia. I've been waiting forever. You really took your time. Well, I'm here. It's a miracle that I managed to reach your heart.
Yeah, so that all happened rather abruptly. This Russian bloke Ivan told me I was here to defeat Ivan Geef, that massive bloke that had killed Roy, and I was to claim the medallion back from him.
My father was weak because of me and my brother? How rude.
But he wouldn't elaborate on that until I proved myself.
I need to prove that I'm ready to wear the medallion, and then he will tell me the truth. I hope you'll handle the medallion better than your father did. Okay, my father's got some dodgy secret.
To prove myself, I had to beat the local fighters, so he told me to get busy training and to let him know when I was ready to fight. But after that whirlwind of chaos, I needed to debrief.
I just broke my leg on the way home, so I couldn't attend the fight for the Don. Roy Jackson's like, I'll do it for you. 2 seconds later, Roy Jackson's dead because the massive Russian guy killed him. And then suddenly I'm in Russia? What is going on? Roy Jackson was my best friend. He's just dead. Can we mourn that for a second? Look at this moose. All right. I guess I'll train.
And so I headed out into the snow to train up before my fights against some random Russians. As I train, please listen with great respect to this eulogy for my friend Roy. Big Roy, you were a fan of my boxing right from the start. You invited me to the bar. We shared a heart-to-heart. After downing many beers, I met you in the ring. And Roy, you were a beast. Your fists were menacing. You were like the final boss. I suffered loss after loss. Like literally 10 losses until I finally beat you was actually ridiculous. I visited your home and met your lovely sister. For some reason you were trying to set me up with her. You really are a weird mister. This poem has turned to silly yammer. I enjoyed whacking your engine with a sledgehammer. Also, remember that one time the animal mask idiot stole your car? That was crazy. And now you are minced meat, squished by a giant Russian named Ivan Geef. Rest in peace, Roy Jackson.
Why am I here with this snowman? How did this happen? Where's some food, big fella?
There was food in the stove.
Borscht, pirozki. Borscht and pirozki. I'm sure my Eastern European viewers will be a big fan of my pronunciation. Borscht, pirozki.
I ate my fill and continued training, and it felt like my stats were going up really fast.
That rabbit is helping me. It's beautiful. Is that how it works? Training is just more effective when you're in Russia. I still can't believe Roy's dead. The borscht and pirozki has multiplied. That was terrible. I'm sorry about that. Alright, I need to sleep.
I snoozed it up, and the food available continued to multiply daily, so I could just train forever if I wanted.
Is that a man? Did you see that? Why is there a toy soldier running around back there? He's running away from a bear. I'm pretty sure the devs of this game are Russian, so I feel like they're making fun of their own country.
I trained my agility all the way up to 13.
Never had 13 agility before. Things that happen in Russia. Alright, I'm ready. Let's go.
Apparently my first opponent was a friend of old mate Ivan, a poet named Alex Treaty. I'm sad to say I do not get the reference.
We're fighting in the snow, baby. The snowman's adjudicating. Look at him. I have not taken a hit yet, by the way. I'm still on full health. Can we win this fight with full health? Believe? Yes. Come on. Come on. Full health. Don't you dare hit me. Yes! Full health win! Bro, I'm huge. I'm a massive beast.
I wonder if the joke is that Alex Treaty is a pacifist or something. I don't know. But either way, I'm going to continue believing I pulled off an immaculate victory because I'm a beast. My next opponent wouldn't be ready for a couple of days, so there was nothing to do except train up an absolute storm and eat copious amounts of delicious Russian delicacies.
14 agility! Oh! That's a huge amount of agility. All right, man. Give me the next fight. I'll absolutely smash them in the head.
This next opponent was a philosopher.
Bratishka. He's an agility fella too.
Once again, I was in firm control of the fight.
Can I beat this guy on full health again? Bro, is Russia a meme? Okay, never mind. I took damage. I thought there were like something weird was happening where you just don't take damage in Russia.
Bratishka actually knocked me down in the second round, which was rude, but I took him out in the third and claimed my victory. And with that, I'd earned this bloke's respect, and he was ready to tell me the truth.
He was a wise man, but he loved you and your brother too much. That doesn't make any sense. It cost him his life.
Turns out Ivan was one of the 4 who swore to protect the medallion with my father.
Your father decided it would be a good idea to use it. He loved you and your brother. Oh, he broke it in 2? Oh, he split it in 2 halves, gave us a half each. Well, that was a stupid idea.
They tried to take the split medallion halves away from my father, but he said over my dead body, and soon he was dead. John was accused of killing him, but it was not John. The real killer was still out there. So now I knew some more of the story, but I still needed to beat Ivan Geef, who apparently now had 1/2 of the medallion. But he was a lot like a bear, so in order to prove I was ready,
I gotta fight a real bear.
I picked up Do Not Fall Down 3, which meant my agility wouldn't fall below 13, and I got back to training. I trained all the way through until day 141, focusing on improving my agility and stamina with plenty of pull-ups and axe swings, and look how much Borscht and Pirozki had piled up by this point.
I think I hear a bear roaring, that's convenient.
I'd managed to get my agility up to 15 for the fight against the bear, and Teddy had a respectable strength build, but I was feeling confident.
I gotta rely on my dodge here, there's nothing else for it.
Teddy ran out of energy in the first round, so that was a poor effort. I knocked him down again in the second, and he was defeated in the third.
I'm just overpowered now. What's going on?
But let me tell you something, I spoke too soon. I was about to be humbled big time. I trained and trained, trying to get my stamina up to 8, but it was slow going, so I couldn't quite get there, and by day 144, Ivan Geef was ready to fight me, so I jumped into the ring.
Alright, here's the big boy. I'm here to avenge Roy Jackson's death. He's got infinite energy. Oh dear. He's gonna be hard to... Oh, he's gonna be really hard to knock down. Alright, there's nothing to do except send it. Oh, we're in a... Look at this place. This is a fancy venue. This is not looking good. This is not looking good. How the heck do I beat this guy?
As you can see, he had a crazy health pool, and he had a huge energy advantage too. He knocked me down 3 times in the second round. Round 3 was weirdly lucky. I somehow had a massive comeback, as the big boy just refused to finish me off for some reason, and I managed to chip through much of his enormous health pool.
Is he throwing the fight? Seriously. Is he throwing the fight? I just got really lucky in that round.
But even with that absurd luck, I had lost the fight. And I couldn't go in for a rematch until a couple more days had passed, so all I could do was train. I got my agility up to 16, but it was flaming hard to get my stamina up to 8. I just managed to get there on day 146.
8 stamina? Yes.
But as you can see, Ivan Geef's stats had scaled to match mine. Thanks again, Hardcore. So I wasn't sure if the high stats were even going to make a difference. I stuck to my dodging and kicking skill build, with a little bit of block penetration, because I didn't have any other options. And my dodging sometimes did big counterattack damage, and my kicks were pretty consistent, but he just had so much health.
The energy's a bit more even this time, but again, heck, he just lands 2 hits on me and it's game.
Yes, indeed. As soon as the big boy landed a hit on me, it was rough. His damage was just so huge. And he won the energy battle again, so I soon suffered a knockdown.
How am I gonna beat this guy? Come on, give me some luck. I need luck. I need luck. Please. Please. No! Don't let him hit me. He's gonna knock me down. I did worse than last time. At least it's giving me 3 skill points.
I was beginning to worry I'd be stuck in Russia forever. I went in for attempt number 3 on day 148, rocking the same stats, and...
It's 62 combo. Oh, it's getting worse as I go along.
Also, look at my health. It's pathetically low because I was losing 60 after each defeat. And that health bar affects your in-fight HP. And I had no food that regenerated health. All I could do was pass time, but I healed rather slowly.
I'm gonna be stuck in Russia for the rest of my life.
By the time I was ready for another fight, my health wasn't even half full, which was not good news. Though I did manage to raise my agility to a whopping 17.
I would fight again now, but I have no health.
So I just let more time pass and watched my health bar slowly regenerate. On day 152, I realized sleeping more effectively regenerated health, but using time sleeping meant my hard-earned stamina would decay. And so before day 153 rolled around to steal my stamina, I stopped sleeping, even though I wasn't quite full health, and I jumped back in the ring.
Alright, that's a good start, but he's got so much health though. Doesn't matter if I have a good start.
My stats were better than ever, and yet I seemed to be losing more painfully than ever. I only got him down to 90 health.
I'm losing worse than I was before, man. Look at the borscht and pierogi that's built up. There's food galore. This is ridiculous. I was never meant to be in Russia for this long.
I stubbornly kept training and raised my agility even higher.
My agility's going up to 18. This is stupid. It doesn't make any difference.
And by the time I was able to try again on day 155, my health still wasn't full, so I once again entered the ring without my maximum potential HP. Also, Big Boy's stats had risen to match mine once again. Oh dear.
I'm just screwed. I'm actually just screwed. What am I supposed to do? I'm stuck in Russia forever.
I had at least scraped together enough skill points to afford a new skill. I picked up Ninjutsu Fan, which has a chance to increase your agility by 10% every time you dodge.
This could be what I need.
And I trained. Yeah, this was just silly. The death of Roy Jackson was a distant memory, and my mind was filled with the snow of Russia, my nostrils full of Ivan Geef's stench.
Let's try use backhand high punch. Since I have like a billion agility and this is agility dependent, I don't know. Maybe it's good. I'm grasping at straws here. Alright, let's try.
Backhand punch hit for literally 1 or 2 damage. So that was a failed experiment.
Alright, honestly, I'm just gonna sleep. I'm just gonna sleep and let my stats go down. I don't care anymore.
And so I just snoozed it up. Since your opponent's stats do indeed scale to match your own stats in hardcore, it kind of doesn't matter how much you train anyway, since you can't really outstat them, at least as far as I could tell. And so I slept until my health had fully regenerated on day 162, and I re-entered the fight with 7 stamina instead of 8. As you can imagine, I had 0 faith going into this fight. But honestly, round 1 went pretty well. He lost over 100 health, and I only lost 44. Round 2 also went strangely well. I was landing plenty of hits, and I was dodging up a storm. I watched on silently though, reluctant to get my hopes up. But I somehow took barely any damage, and he went all the way down to 75 health. A small ember of hope was kindled in my snowbound heart.
Bro, was the strategy just to sleep for 3 days in a row? That's the prep I needed. See, this is where it all goes downhill. Please, please no. Look how close I am. Please, please. 10 damage. If I lose this, I'll poop on my own head. Yes! Yes! I don't have to poop on my own head. That's a relief. I finally won. I slept for 2 days straight, was the prep for that fight, and then I win. For goodness sake, man. Well, my father would be proud. It only took me like 7 attempts. Oh, I got my medallion back? Hey! Rest in peace, Roy. I have to go back home. I must find the killer of my father. Got the medallion.
And so I was finally able to leave the lovely Russian snowscape and return home. Mick congratulated me, but it was clear I'd only found one half of the medallion. I needed to track down the other half and find my father's killer. Mick told me he'd tracked down my brother while I was away. Apparently he was in a warehouse across the river. I spied Silver, and I hadn't bashed that bloke for a while, so it felt good.
I don't have any more league. I can't do the Ultimate Fight League anymore.
And even though I'd just been informed of where my long-lost brother was located, I randomly got inspired to check the map for flowers. I found one here in the cafe, and while at the cafe, I figured I should take on the crocodile Mark again.
Alright, Mark, let's go, bro. Yeah, surely I can beat Mark with 18 agility. Why do I have 18 agility?
I feel like Mark's stats didn't scale as generously compared to what Ivan Geef was rocking, so this proved to be a relatively easy fight.
Maybe training in Russia was good for me. He has not done any this lizard has done 0 damage to me. I'm gonna beat this guy without taking any damage? This guy owned me when I tried him earlier. My dodge is insane. 100% dodge success. Yeah. Come back later and fight the mightiest brother, Gabe. Okay.
I couldn't think of where to check for the final flower I needed to woo Roy's sister, so I headed to the warehouse.
Oh, this guy's my brother. Finally realized, huh? Why wouldn't you tell me, man? Hey, there's the flower. I hate you with everything I can muster. You're the reason father is dead. Oi.
Bro here blamed me for dad's death, which I think is just a little unfair. And he vowed to avenge our father himself. He was going to become the Ultimate League champion and earn access to the Man in Black's island. I vowed to get to the island too, but I was going to need Mick's help. It seems my character had finally worked out what we all knew from the start, that the Man in Black had killed my father. And to get to his island, I was going to need to become world champion.
You have a professional card. Nothing's keeping you from starting a professional career. But there's one problem. You'll have a hard time in a world of serious fighting if you don't have a manager.
To be a successful boxer, you need fame and popularity, and I would need a manager to help me with that.
You have someone in mind, Ding Kong, and he's looking for a fresh start. I'll organize a meeting. Alright.
I returned to the warehouse and claimed the final flower, and so I took all the flowers to Roy's sister. She really liked them, but seeing the empty spot where Roy used to sit broke my heart.
You're in love and don't need much. You spend less energy while... You spend less energy while training and don't need much food. That only lasts for 4 days. Oh, should I get it? I'll get her a gift. Here's a present for $40. You're welcome.
So I guess I was dating Roy's sister now, and I'd forgotten her name, so she was officially known as Roy's sister, which I think is fair. And then it was time to visit Ding Kong's mansion to see if I could score myself a manager.
I'm Ding Kong, and I'm the guy who makes champions out of weaklings like you. Excuse me, Ding Kong?
He made me show him my biceps.
I'm not impressed, but hey, I like a challenge.
Ding Kong was a rude bloke, and he didn't think much of me, but Mick and the Russians had put in a good word, so he was willing to take me on.
I'm gonna live here? I can also bring my girlfriend? What the heck? Okay, we've signed with Ding Kong.
I also had a personal chef now, and I received upfront pay of a whopping $600 to get me started. I really was in the big leagues now, and so began my quest to become world champion.
Hulk Hogan. Oh dear. Modern Mike, Mighty Bruce, Rio, Kin. These guys all have crazy stats, dude.
I checked in with Ding Kong about how to progress my career.
Shoot 'em. Excuse me? Shoot a movie? What is all this? Branded goods? Show off?
In order to organize my next fight, I needed to raise my fame up to 350. I had 100 fame to start, and some actions I could take to earn more fame or money, as well as upgrades I could buy to increase the yield of money and fame. I spent 50 fame and $100 to buy the first awards upgrade, increasing the money I make from advertisements by 20%.
Okay, so now I need to get famous and then I can fight Modern Mike.
I decided to show off too, which cost 25 fame and $200, and this increased the amount of fame I earned from throwing parties. I discovered I could sleep in this bed over here, and downstairs I found quite an impressive gym. I checked the fridge too, and it just had the food from my old house for now.
So, What the hell am I doing? I literally can't go back to my old house. What about the briefcase? What about the green briefcase?
Yes, indeed, the Dark Fist green briefcase shenanigans seem to be at an end. But don't worry, the story of Fluffy will continue later. I invited Roy's sister to join me at Ding Kong's mansion, and she officially took up residence on this couch. I delivered some pizzas to get my money back over $500.
Throw a party. Go. Woo! What a party, man. Look at that. Everyone's just fist pumping. So much fist pumping.
That party earned me 180 fame, and...
Can you use 75 fame to get $900? Okay.
And so I agreed to appear in an advertisement.
What is this ad? I'm a tiger?
These parties and advertisements took time, and obviously used up energy and hunger. But it seemed to me that the famous life was going to be pretty straightforward. Very extravagant, though.
Okay, my life has changed, man.
I slept and finished off the caged tiger ad, which earned me $900, and I decided to spend 100 fame and $200 to shoot a movie.
What the heck? Why am I fighting an alien? What's that got to do with anything? Alright, alien. Is this gonna get me points? Like, skill points? I hope so. This is the best movie ever.
So I guess I was shooting a sci-fi.
Ever since I went to Russia, everything in this game has gone absolutely bonkers.
I pulled out a glorious victory against alien number 1.
Do you want to continue fighting or take your prize and leave? Losing any fight will cause no rewards at all. Well, I definitely need one more fight.
But my health had not regenerated, so this was a gauntlet, and I had to see how far I could get, which would of course determine the juiciness of my reward. After winning against alien number 2, I still had over 100 health, but I decided to play it conservative and I took my prize, because those 10 skill points were enough for me to grab a new skill. I picked up Mimic Techniques.
So what is this exactly? You deal the opponent's damage back to him at the beginning of the attack phase.
I threw another party, earning 180 fame, and I picked up another show-off upgrade to further increase the amount of fame I earned from those parties. I also did another advertisement, and I guess this was my new life. The life of an up-and-coming boxer. I discovered my personal chef had added some food to the fridge: turkey, lamb, caviar, and coffee. I finished off the ad, threw another party, and on day 168 I'd partied my way all the way up to 350 fame, which meant I was eligible to take on Modern Mike.
He's kind of a mixed build. He's blocks, but I don't know, he's weird. I think I just go straight in for it right now. Well, this is a serious... Oh, dude, he just did 32 damage off the bat. Can I get some dodges, please? Okay, he's gassing out, though. I need a knockdown. Another knockdown this round. Another one? Yes, okay. If we can get him... Oh, I need dodges, bro. Get some... You need a dodge, man. That's good. That's good. Knock him over. Okay, good. One more this round. No. Oh, he just got some big blows. Ah, it's very close. No, don't get comboed. Need a knockdown, please. 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 Could lose here. He's got so much energy back as well. Down to the wire. Oh, 5 health. 5. Oh, I got $1,000 for that. Holy crap. I didn't get any skill points though.
After that win, I needed 800 fame to enter my next fight against Mighty Bruce. I had a spending spree, upgrading the rate at which I earned both fame and money. In fact, I managed to fully upgrade my parties, so each one would now earn me 375 fame. I slammed some coffee to regain energy, and then hopped back into the tiger cage for an ad. I bought the final awards upgrade, so each advertisement now earned me $1,725, and I picked up the first branded goods upgrade too.
So my daily income is now $50. That's not very good, to be honest. Oh dear, that was a very big mistake, because now I have no money. No!
I'd spent all my fame and money, thereby locking myself out of the cycle of silly willies that I could do through Ding Kong's flawless management efforts. And therefore I was forced to return to the construction site to earn money the hard way. By the way, my stats had been decaying for like 10 days straight, as I'd done 0 training, so that probably wasn't ideal. I decided to take on Gabe, the third mutant croc, but for some reason Gabe wouldn't come out.
I won automatically? Why? Okay, now I gotta face Steve.
So that was weird. I returned to Ding Kong's house to sleep, and I delivered some pizza before heading down to take on Steve. Big Steve had a chunky stamina build, and he really didn't seem to use much of his energy at all. So by the second round, it was looking dicey, as I began to suffer some knockdowns. By the end of the third round, it was looking pretty hopeless, as Slimy Steve had both the health and energy advantage.
Pop off, come on. Come on. Come on. Yes? No? Yes? Pop off? Yes!
For some reason, Steve had a very passive strategy in that 4th round, and I don't think it was a good idea, but I'll happily take the win.
Our sensei wants to face you. He thinks you're the chosen one. Raccoon. I am the master. Okay, Master Raccoon.
The sensei gave me a lovely perk as reward.
A powerful skill, Tail Strike. There's only one problem, you don't have a tail. Damn it, I was excited.
I thought I'd be able to fight the raccoon, but sadly, no.
Oh. Now I can visit them in the sewers.
I continued working, and by day 173, I'd earned my way back up to $500. So it was time to party my way to fame.
Okay, now I finally got some more fame. We can get some more money.
And with that, I was officially back on the fame train. The branded goods upgrades were rather expensive, but I figured if I was ever going to go back to focus on training, I needed some daily income and fame. So I picked up the 2nd upgrade.
Just getting my economy established, you know how it goes?
I continued the advertising and partying cycle, and I soon had 800 fame, so I could take on Mighty Bruce. I trained up a little, but my agility fell down to 13 overnight, and for some reason I didn't train it back up, which was a bit silly. But anyway, here I am in the ring with 13 agility and just 5 stamina. My stats were actually way better back in Russia, but oh well. Except Bruce had basically the same build as me, just with way better stats, so maybe not just oh well. Although in the 3rd round, I had a rather ridiculous comeback, somehow.
Is this a big comeback? Are we doing it? There's no way. I'm on 1 health. Just gotta believe. Just gotta believe. No, I just KO'd myself.
It was looking like I'd better train up those stats, so I earned myself a good chunk of change, and I was able to get the 3rd branded goods upgrade, increasing my daily income to $200 and 40 fame. This meant I would have a respectable fame and money growth, just from the passage of time, so this freed me up to hit the gym once more. I remembered the in love buff you can get, so I figured I better pay some attention to my lady.
Let's get her a gift, $150 gift. Alright man, she's getting more expensive.
With that gift, I was able to say some sweet words and fall in love all over again, earning the in love buff for 4 days, which decreases energy usage and means I need less food. And so after hitting up the fridge, I went to the gym once more, except this time more efficiently thanks to my romantic prowess. I focused on getting my agility and stamina back up, but I really needed some more skill points too.
I totally forgot about Silver. He can give me free stats every day. So many things change. You end up in Russia, you fight a bear, you get killed over and over again. Your best friend Roy dies, you start living in some dude's mansion. One thing stays the same. You can always bash up Silver.
I claimed my 3 skill points, and the only other way for me to earn skill points was to shoot a movie. So I got in a fight with some more aliens. I took out Alien 1 and 2, but once again avoided risking further fights and accepted 10 skill points as my reward.
Venomous strike that drains health until the end of combat. Surely that's, like if you get one of those early, that seems very strong.
I discovered I could only shoot a movie every 2 days, so for now I worked out to maintain my stats. I sparred Silver for a cheeky 3 skill points, and managed to get my stamina up to 7 in time to produce another blockbuster. After round 1, I remembered I now had Cobra Strike available, so I subbed out the block piercing skill and subbed in the new attack.
It's a kick with a snake on your foot. Love that.
And I was lucky enough to land one immediately.
There we go, there's the Cobra Strike, it's active. His health is draining 1 every few seconds, I want to say. Is it still it's still active between rounds, so you use it in round 1 and then switch it out in round 2. Interesting.
In round 3 of the fight against Alien 2, I discovered that the Cobra Strike venom does drop off eventually, but it lasts pretty long. It does cost heaps of energy to use if you've got lots of strength, so it's just as well I only had 1 strength. As you can see, I bravely took on Alien number 3 for this movie, as I'd barely lost any health against the first 2.
There's the Cobra Strike, beautiful. Alright, we switch out. I love that there's some strategy coming into this with the Cobra Strike. It's a good thing.
Yes, indeed. It felt good to make better use of my ability to switch skills between rounds. I still had over 100 health when I defeated Alien 3, and you don't get an improved reward unless you beat 4 aliens, so I decided to go for it. I think Cobra Strike was especially strong against this alien stamina build, because it was hard to deal damage with normal kicks, but the tick damage really added up. It was a close one though, and I very nearly lost, which would have meant I'd get no rewards at all, but...
Please. One more. Yes. Okay, I didn't lose to the alien. Good news. Alright, we definitely cash out there with 15 skill points. Kind of feel like it would be prudent to go for this, but I need so much fame, it's actually ridiculous.
For now though, I continued training, and I'd fallen out of love, so I wooed Roy's sister again. This time, she felt like we weren't spending enough time together, so I had to chat to her for a bit before love could blossom. But I soon had the in-love buff again, and I was able to continue training. Keep in mind, I was also gaining a decent chunk of money and fame with each passing day thanks to my branded goods upgrades. And I was of course snoozing, eating, and bashing up Silver as necessary. I picked up Penetrating Strikes, which penetrates through 40% of the defense granted by stamina, and I threw a party, which which brought my fame up to 750. I threw another party on day 186 and another party on day 187. What a party animal. And then I realized I'm an idiot.
Oh no, I can't get more than 800 at the moment. I thought I could get up to 1500. I think I just wasted $1,000 and a bunch of time.
That is exactly right. Goose on the loose behavior. I needed to beat the Mighty Bruce in order to raise the fame cap above 800. So it was impossible for me to get the final branded goods upgrade at this point. So it was time to fight Bruce. But Bruce was a bit of a beast. He had a similar build, except his stats were through the roof. He had stats like I used to have back in Russia, and he absolutely dominated the first round. I did maintain a slight energy advantage though, and so I had a glorious comeback in the second round as I managed to knock him down 3 times in a row.
Dude, am I gonna clutch this out somehow? Knock him over, go on. Knock him over. Again. Knock him over again. Just need luck here. Pure luck, 4 damage. Yes! Ah!
This game makes for some of the most ridiculous comebacks and clutch final moments, there's no doubt about it. My next opponent, Rio, also had an agility build, but where Mighty Bruce had 17 agility, Rio had a whopping 20. And considering I only beat Bruce by a pure fluke, I figured I'd better get training if I wanted to have a chance against Rio. I needed 1200 fame to initiate the next fight, and I was earning 40 fame a day passively, so I considered training for 10 days straight, but after just 2 days of training I got bored, so I threw a party and earned the fame I needed.
Let's try this. There's no way. He's got 20 agility and 8 stamina. He's got Cobra Strike too. He's gonna smoke me. What?
I'd only raised my agility to 14 and my stamina to 7, so this was indeed dicey. We exchanged Cobra Strikes, so that was nice. And while I managed to maintain a bit of an energy advantage, he was certainly dealing way more damage in round 1. But in round 2, I managed to knock him down twice.
I just need to knock him over. Get a Cobra Strike. There we go. That's good. Okay. Another knockdown this round, please. No, not gonna happen. Oh, Cobra Strike damage.
Yes! Yes! I don't know what the hell was going on, but I just kept winning these fights I really had no business winning. I went straight in for 2 parties in a row, and...
Alright, give me this. Okay, so now we have $400 a day and 100 fame a day. That is good. It'll still take me 17 days to get 1800. I can always throw a party to accelerate things.
And so I got busy training. I was down to the business end of my quest towards the World Championship, as I just had 2 more fights to go, and I didn't want to rely on my outrageous luck too much. I needed better stats, and so I was in for a bit of a grind.
Skip attacks might be good to get. I can switch out of that if I'm low in energy between rounds. That's a good idea, actually.
And so I added earning more skill points to my list of jobs to do. And one way to achieve that was to slap silver, but the best way was definitely to make movies. I didn't perform too well in this filmmaking endeavor for some reason, so I settled for the reward after 2 alien murders. And I continued training, prioritizing stamina because I felt better energy regen and more defense was my best bet for improving my chances. On day 196, I once again struggled to beat just 2 aliens, which is embarrassing stuff to be honest, but I claimed 10 skill points and I was able to pick up skip attacks, which I hoped would come in handy to switch to between rounds if I was struggling for energy. I did yet more training, pushing my stamina above 8 and my agility back up to 15. And apparently 15 agility meant I was impossible to hit, as Alien 1 dealt 0 damage to me. Alien 2 was a bit more of a challenge though, and by the time I defeated Alien 3 I was down to about 100 health. So I went into the 4th fight looking fairly strong. Cobra Strike continued to be an integral part of my new boxing strategy, as I was a big fan of the damage over time, death by 1,000 cuts kind of thing, and I was pleased to earn another 15 skill points. I continued training, and suddenly it was day 200, on which I trained some more, getting my stamina all the way up to its maximum of 9.
Alright, we finished day 200. Doing some push-ups.
A fitting end to the 200 days video. And don't worry, I know you're hungry for more. The 300 days video will be coming very soon, as I continue my quest towards becoming the boxing world champion, and ultimately finding my father's killer so that I can administer vengeance.